Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Freitas. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I wanted to go over our new packet that we received on Friday and go over what is expected for this week. So, if you did not pick up a packet, that's okay. There is still time. You can get it on Tuesday or Thursday with Mrs. Houston from 11 to 1. So if you look at my screen while it loads, there it is. In your packet, I want you to pull out this lesson frame right here, okay? At the top it says third grade days, April 27th, April 27th through May 1st. Okay, that will be this week. This is what we are going to focus on just this week. So the other lesson frame that you have, this is what I call lesson frame, okay? So the other one that you have, I just want you to put it aside. We don't need it yet. We just need to be looking at the ones that say the one that says April 21st through May 1st. Okay, that is this week. Okay, when you are looking at your lesson frame, at the very top, you see it's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. Today is day 1. Okay, so everything that you need for today is going to be going down the column. Okay, day 1 is all going down. I don't need you to look at day 2, day 3, or day 4 or 5, just day 1, and it's going to take you through reading, writing, math, and social studies, and science, and PE when you go down, and that is everything that you need to do for today. Okay, so for this week, you will be doing a new reading, and the story is called From Fruit to Jam, a Tasty List of Choices. And this story is all about our produce and how to make jam, which is kind of awesome because a lot of people make jam and there's different recipes. So maybe you learn something new and how they make jam. And this story is going to start on page 22. This is a longer story, so it's going to be broken up into 3 days. So on your lesson plan, it tells you exactly what pages to read for each day. And while you are reading, there's going to be an essential question. And the question that you want to answer is, what are the important steps in making jam? So when you are reading, I want you to pause and underline any key details that answers that question. So remember, we're not going to underline fun facts, okay? We are just going to underline those key details that tells you what are the important steps in making jam. I suggest pressing pause right now, and in your story, turn to page 22, and I want you to write the essential question at the very top. What are the important steps in making jam? So that when you are reading, you can go back. Excuse me, let me pause that. All right, so when you are reading, that was my alarm for Zoom. Okay, so when you are reading, I want you to focus on what are the important steps in making jam. So at the very top, write that essential question so you can remember what are you looking for when you are reading this story. It's going to take you 3 days to read this story. Okay, at the very end of the story, you're going to fill out a chart listing the steps in making jam. So from the beginning all the way to the end of what were the steps that you learned in making jam. And there are only 3 boxes, so if you need to combine some of those steps together, you may do so. And I suggest let's go back into our reading and finding those key details that tells you what are those steps in making jam. Remember, it's hard to keep it all up here, so we need to use our resources and go back and find those details in the story when you're filling out your chart. Okay, so that is what we have for reading. For writing this week, you are going to be writing an opinion paper. Remember, opinion is what you think and what you feel. Okay, so the question for this week is, would you rather be older than you are right now or younger? Would you rather be Mrs. Freitas's age, your mother's age, your father's age, or would you rather be like a baby? Or would you rather be your age right now? What would you rather be? So, you have a bubble map that looks like this in your packet. If you do not have it, or if you lose it, don't worry. All you have to do is draw a circle in the middle and then attach the other bubbles, okay? In the middle, you are going to write your opinion. So I would rather be older, or I would rather be younger, okay? And you're going to put that in the middle. And around the middle are reasons why. Okay, why do you want to be younger? Why do you want to be older? So that's going to be day one. So day one, we're just focusing on, what do I want to do? And and filling out that bubble map. That is all day one. Day two, you are now going to start taking these details and putting them in sentences. You can, on your bubble map, put a little dot next to your reason in whatever color it is. So if you want to be a baby again so you can sleep all day, you can put right here, I want to sleep all day. And that would be my yellow sentence. So you can put a little yellow circle there so you know what sentence it's going to be. Okay, so in day two, you're going to give me the topic sentence. Remember, the topic sentence is introducing what are you going to tell me about? Okay, so we have our question, would you rather be older than you are right now or younger? So your topic sentence should answer that. Then I have a yellow, so details and facts, and then a red that explains it. So if you want to be a baby again because you want to sleep all day, you need to explain that. Okay, give me more details for that one. Then you're going to give me another reason, and you're going to explain that reason with the red, and then another yellow, and then you're going to explain it with a red, and then to tie it all up, you're going to give me a conclusion sentence. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentences. So I should see 8 sentences in your paragraph, at least 8 sentences. Okay, that means if you think you're done and if you wrote me 3 or 4, you're not done. That is not a complete paragraph. You need at least 8 sentences in there, and this will guide you. And go ahead and underline it in green and yellow so you know when you go back to edit, if you do not have a yellow, red, then something is wrong. Okay, so we need to visually see what you are missing. For day 3, you're going to pull out that fancy editing paper that we have, and you're going to look for punctuation, capitalization, spelling, indenting, because remember, it's a paragraph, so it should be indented, yellows, greens, all that fun stuff. And then day 4, that is open for you to finish writing or starting your final draft. So remember, final draft is your clean sheet of paper. It's a clean sheet of paper with your writing. So there shouldn't be any mistakes on that one. It's your final draft. If you have a computer, I would love for you to type up that final draft and share it with me. So in your Google Docs, you're going to type it up, and in the share button at the top, click share and type in P. Freitas, and you'll see a picture of me and share it with me, just like we have been doing with all of our other writings. For math, this week it's a little different. If you are feeling like there's a lot of work and you're not getting the work done because there's just too much, I have put a smiley face next to the assignments that I want done. So it's like a must do. These are your must do assignments for each day that I want you to focus on. Okay, so for day 1, I want you to focus on doing page 45, grouping for multiplication. For day 2, because this is my first box, remember, so this is day 1. For day 2, I want you to focus on page 47, picture fraction. So there's going to be a picture and with shaded and unshaded shapes, and you're going to give me the fraction that is shaded. For day 3, I want you to work on the handout that is named two-step problems. And you're going to do problems 1 through 5. The next day, you are going to focus on completing that problem 6 through 10 on the 2-step problems. And then the last one, I want you to do Dreambox or finish any that you have not done yet. Okay? If you feel like you need more work and you're enjoying this and you want more math problems, do everything that is here. Okay? If you are feeling a little overwhelmed, say, wow, Mrs. Freitas, you're kind of giving us a lot. I can't get to it. That's okay. I would rather you focus on something and do it well than doing it quickly and not really focusing on it. Okay, so I put a smiley face next to the must-dos that I for sure want you to do. If you have any questions, please call me and I will help you with it. Okay, and then for this week, for social studies, and science, I want this to be a choice for you. So this week, I want you to pick either social studies or science. Okay. For social studies, we're going to be focusing on 9/11, our terrorist attack, and you're going to be watching a video about it and reading about the 9/11 attack. And then for science, you're going to continue with force and motion. And this week, last week was a marble. This week, it's a bigger ball. We're going to be kicking a soccer ball this week. So if you choose science, you do not need to do this part right here that says social studies. If you want to do social studies, then you do not need to do science. I'm going to leave that up to you. You get to choose what you want to do, either social studies or science. If you want to do both, that is great. I would love to see that. Okay. And then for our resources, a lot of us who are stuck, don't forget on YouTube that Mr. LaBelle, our 3rd grade teacher, has posted videos that has us 3rd grade teachers teaching some things that we have learned throughout the year. So if you go on YouTube and you search, I have it here in red, Joshua LaBelle, go ahead and search Joshua LaBelle on YouTube and look for the bear scratching his head just like this, okay? He's scratching his head. Click there and there's going to be so many videos of us teaching you guys how to add and subtract, multiply, telling time, all that fun stuff. So if you come up to something and you're stuck, go look at your resources and see, is there a video that can help me there? All right, boys and girls, so that's what we have for this week. And I am doing something different with this packet. This week, these next 2 weeks, you will be turning in work, okay? So last week some people did turn it in because they wanted me to see it, and I love that. And these next 2 weeks, your work will be turned in, okay? So do not forget that in 2 weeks, when we go and get our new packets, you're going to bring me your old packet, which is right now, and I will let you know what I want to see from there, okay? Once again, I will be calling this week again, checking in on all of you guys and seeing how you're doing. Is there anything that I can help you with? And I look forward to talking to you this week. If you have any questions, please do reach out to me. All right, boys and girls, have a great week, and I will be talking to you very soon. Bye.